We all love being productive. The feeling after putting in a long day's work of being productive is one like any other. Even if it's just getting started on a small personal project or getting your first sale in a business that you just started. It all feels amazing. But there's something that a lot of us struggle with, and that's getting started in the first place. One thing that I also think a lot of us suffer from is the productivity paradox. See, what I think, productivity is like window shopping. You like gazing at the items and articles of clothing. And yes, while you wish that you had them, just glaring upon them is subconsciously fulfilling enough. Just like how when we want to feel productive, we'll pull up a productivity video at like 2 a.m. the day before school or work, and that gives us that motivation to want to be productive in the morning. But when we wake up and we actually get around to it, we're suddenly really tired and there's no motive behind getting up and actually doing your work, because watching that video last night gave us the fulfillment that we wanted. We feel content enough in our own weird way by having that feeling or intention to want to get stuff done rather than actually getting it done. The fascination of wanting to sit down with a cup of coffee, with your laptop, headphones on, some nice jazz music playing, and just getting all that work done seems really exciting. But when it comes down to it, a lot of us tend to put it off because it doesn't seem enjoyable in the moment anymore. So how do we curb this feeling? Now don't get me wrong, I'm no productivity master like Tim Ferriss or any of those gurus out there, but here are some simple tips that I use to curb this feeling of paradox. Number 1, change your environment. Now, I know it seems so easy to work from your bed, especially in times like these when we're all working from home, taking Zoom classes from the comfort of our own blankets, but changing your environment is one of the healthiest and easiest ways to get yourself to be more productive. Now, what do I mean by change your environment? What I mean by that is to create a separation from work and sleep. Working from my bed seems really fascinating and really comforting, but in reality, it just creates complacency and laziness. It's one of the hardest things to discipline yourself about. But once you create that separation between work and sleep, you will bring new profound balance to your productivity system. In the same note, for myself, it really helps a lot when I work in an area that's clean, tidy, and very well lit. I've made it a daily habit of mine that when I wake up for work, the first thing that I do is clean my room. Because if I don't work in an area that's clean and tidy, it just irritates me to the point where I'll be constantly thinking about it. I feel like I can't produce clean work without a clean work area. Also, if you're able to, let in some natural light. For myself, natural light is an amazing way to keep my energy flowing. The National Library of Medicine and National Institute of Health have conducted a study that shows that a large percentage of those who work in natural light have much better sleep. The boost of vitamin D is great for your overall health, and it helps create less eye strain, especially if you're working off a laptop the entire day. So, go get some sun. Number 2, coffee. I don't think there needs to be any real explanation for this one, but I thank coffee for saving me and my work life. And I know it sounds like I might be addicted, but don't worry. You're right. The caffeine found in coffee can be an amazing mental stimulant that provides a great boost of energy, mental flow, and increased creativity. Not only do I love coffee for the increased energy, but it's become a daily Zen practice of mine. Waking up in the morning and going downstairs, brewing the coffee, smelling the aroma, all of that puts me in a greater mindset to get me through the day and really get the work that I need to get done finished. If you haven't gave coffee a chance, I recommend it, but just don't blame me for the eventual addiction that it leads to. Number 3, your why. Why is it that you're working so hard? Why is it that you want to be productive so badly? What is it that you're accomplishing and that's giving you satisfaction? What is the end goal of working past sunset to the point of exhaustion? A lot of times people do it just to do it. Productivity has become a trend, an aesthetic. It's making people want to grab their laptop and a cup of coffee and sit down to do mindless work for hours. If you're grinding for something you don't truly enjoy, reevaluate why you're doing it. Don't do it for the social points. Don't do it because a self-appointed productivity guru told you so. Do it because it makes you happy. And with this new year upon us, I really hope 2021 treats us much better than the depressing year that 2020 was. I hope these tips that I gave you help you out and create that little spark within your brain to finally get started on what it was that you were putting off in the first place. Don't be deterred from starting something just because you planned to do it a long time ago and never got around to it. I started writing this script back in May of 2020, and look at me now. Things take time, but you'll get to your end goal eventually. You just need to start. My name's Mishan Bari. Take care.